Okay, so beta, in number system, like in I told you, in ancient times there were no means of counting, so people used what? Their fingers, stones, wooden sticks. Okay, so these were not adequate, because if you have to handle large amount of data at that time, it was not adequate, and it was not possible to do other calculations like division, multiplication. All right, so we discovered four different number systems, and they are decimal number system, binary number system, octal, and hexadecimal number system. And these four number systems we are going to study in this chapter. All right, so what is a number system here? A number system is basically a set of values used to represent different quantities. All right, like it can be number of students in the class, it can be number of chocolates in your fridge. All right, so basically when you use any kind of uh, set of values, okay, to count the things, to handle data, okay, that is known as your number system. Okay, and in your number system there is one term, that is base or radix. What is that? The total number of digits used in a number system is known as base or radix. Okay, and how it is written? It is always written as a subscript of your number. For example, any number which is 101. Okay, so as you know that 101 can be a decimal number system also, because 101 we are having in decimal number system, right? We can have it in a binary number system also, because binary number system is made up of one and zeros only, right? So this can create confusion. So that to overcome this kind of confusion, that this particular number belongs to which number system, we used to write the base or the radix just as a subscript of that, like in chemistry we used to write no H2O, like that. So in the same way, as a subscript we are going to write this base. So let us discuss first decimal number system. Okay beta, so decimal number system is the only number system which we are using in our daily life, whether you are doing shopping, whether you are counting anything, whether you are using calculator. So generally we are using decimal number system only. Okay, and in this number system we have 10 digits. All right, so that means base of this number system is going to be 10, right? So the value in this particular decimal number system, like if you have a number 547, please look into the example in your book beta, don't look at the screen, I am reading just from your book only. Okay, so 547, how I will come to know that what is the value? It can be 745 also. Okay, so there are two concepts that I'm going to teach you here. Number one is the concept of your MSB and LSB. MSB is most significant bit and LSB or least significant bit. So most significant bit is basically that digit which is going to have the maximum weightage. Okay, and your most significant bit is always the leftmost. Okay, leftmost digit in a particular number is its MSB, and the rightmost is the LSB, that is least significant digit. All right, that means here in this number 5 will have the maximum significance and 7 will have the least. And next is beta how to read this particular number in decimal number system. So one thing is that you have to multiply the face value. What is the face value of someone? That if like it is 7, it's a constant, right? So 7, the value of 7 is only 7. Okay, so 7 is the face value of this particular. So base of the number system is beta 10. Okay, base of the number system is 10, right? And then we have to give powers. Okay, we are going to start giving power to a number from the LSB. The LSB will have 0 as a power, and then power is going to increase when we are reaching from left to right. Okay, so 10's power 0 is equals to 7, then 4 into 10's power 1, that is 40, and then 5 into 10's power 2, that is 500. So we are going to read this number as 547. All right. So this is your decimal number system. From this, what we can conclude, like here, one observation is given that what is your hundreds place, what is your ones place, and what is tens place. Okay, so the position value always matters. Ananya and Alankrit. All right. So next is beta binary number system. Okay. Binary means two. As I told you before also that in this number system, the base is going to be two. Now, which two digits will be included in this? It will be 0 and 1. All right. So 0 and 1 means that any combination of 0 and 1 will be a binary number. All right. So why binary? Because beta computer is an electronic device which works on circuits. Okay, and in a circuit, 0 represents off state and 1 represents on state. All right. So in this computer, all zeros and 1 means that right now the circuit is off, right now the circuit is on, and everything. Okay. So that is why we have this binary number system for computers. All right, and then base is 2. In this binary number system, after understanding why we are using this, we have to understand the conversion of any decimal number into binary number system. All right, because any number, like suppose you are using 2 multiply by 2 into your computer. Okay, how computer is going to see 2, the digit 2 into this conversion you have to understand. So for this, as I told you, that what you have to do, supposedly the number is 25. Please look into the book example beta. Example number 1. 25 is divided by 2. Okay. Then the remainder is written in the third column. Right. There will be 3 columns. In first, you are going to write the divisor from which you are going to divide this particular number. And then in the last third column, you are going to write the remainders. Okay. So here we have 1 as a remainder. Okay, and this one is going to be your LSB, that is least significant bit, that is going to come in the rightmost digit. All right, so then you will keep on dividing until and unless you will reach this 1. As soon as you will reach this 1, okay, or you can understand it like 0 also, that is up to you. But while explaining it, previously when I explained this chapter, I told you that you have to reach this 1, and then after this 1 you have to start writing the same number from this 1 to upwards. Okay, so the answer will be 1100 and 1. Is it clear? Second example, 321 is required to be divided by 2. Why 2 beta? Because 2 is the base of your binary number system, and this is a decimal number system. All right. So when you will keep on dividing, you will get these series of remainders. Okay, and as soon as you will reach 1 here, you have to stop here only, and from 1 you will start from here this 1 and you will go upward. All right, then you have to write the result. Okay, next is conversion of a binary number into a decimal. For example, we have to check 11001, is it 25 only or no? How you will do this? You will follow the same procedure that we followed in your decimal number system, that face value multiply by base of that number system raised to the power 0. Okay, so here 1 is the face value beta, 1 multiply by 2. Why? Because 2 is the base of this number system. 2 raised to power 0. Okay, least significant bit will have power of 0, and this power is going to increase from your least significant bit to MSB, right? So 1 into 2 raised to power 0, 0 into 2 raised to power 1, 0 into 2 raised to power 3, 1 into 2 raised to power 4, and 1 into 2 raised to power 5. After this, you have to calculate. If it is 0 multiplied by something, then you don't have to calculate the power of 2, because ultimately it is going to get multiplied by 0 only. Then you have to calculate the values, and then in the end you have to add, you have to all the numbers which you have received after this, and that will come 25 only. All right, in the next page, on page number 8, you can see this. All right. So here you have the conversion beta 1010. As I told you, 0 multiplied by 2 raised to power 0, 1 multiplied by 2 raised to power 1, 0 multiplied by 2 raised to power 2 and 1 multiplied by 2 raised to power 3. So anything which is multiplied directly by 0, you don't have to calculate this exponent also, it will be 0 only. And 2 raised to power 1 is 2 only, 2 into 1, 2. And let me tell you, anything raised to power 0 is always 1. So do not understand 2 raised to power 0 is 1. 2 raised to power 0 is 0. Okay, so it is always 1 only. All right, why we have written 0? Because 1 is multiplied by 0 here. Okay, beta. So 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 8 into 1, 8. So now you have to add 8 and 2 and it will come 10. You can also check 10. You can start dividing it by 2 and then answer should come your 1010 only. Okay, so from your book you will get so many examples, right? So next is also done like the same way, and third one is this one. As this is very large number, that is why the writer has written like this, beta. But the thing is just same, that 1 into 2 raised to the power 8. All right, so the powers are like this, 0 to 8. Then you have to add this and the number should be this. Then what you can do is you can convert this 393 decimal number into the equivalent binary number. The answer should come same, right? Next is octal number system. Now what is the significance of using this octal number system? That people in ancient times, what they do was they used to count from the gap of their fingers. As we have 5 fingers in one hand, so we are going to have 4 gaps in one hand. As we have 2 hands, so 8. All right, so they use digits 0 to 7. All right, so 0 to 7 means that the base of the number system is 8 and digits we are going to use 0 to 7. So that means 118. It is not going to be an octal number because it is not a combination of 0 to 7. Okay, so I may ask you these kind of questions that, okay, suppose the number is 132. Okay, then it is going to be a part of how many number systems? So 132 can be an octal number also, it can also be your decimal number system also, and it can be your hexadecimal also. Okay, so this you will get options and this kind of questions can be asked. Okay, so please be attentive, right? And like in decimal number system you have 0 to 9. Okay, so supposedly I ask you 900. Okay, is this an octal number system or a decimal? So you will easily come to know that, okay, this is a decimal. And if I ask you 900 is a part of how many number systems, then the answer is 2, because hexadecimal number system is also having 9 in its digits. All right, so you have to be attentive in these things. Okay, beta. So as I told you, octal number system is having base as 8. So how you are going to convert a decimal number system into octal number system? The same procedure will be followed, that face value multiplied by base of the number system raised to the power 0 and so on. Okay, so 5 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 0, 4 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 1, and 3 multiplied by 8 raised to the power 2. Then all these values will be added and you will get an octal number system, sorry, you will get an decimal number system result from this octal number. All right, and whenever you are defining or solving any question, then you please have to mention the base of the number system. If you will not mention the base of the number system, your marks will be deducted. All right, but in MCQs, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so but make sure that you are knowing everything, like how many digits are there in one number system, what is the base of a particular number system, everything, right, beta? So this was converting an octal number into a decimal number, right? So next is hexadecimal number system. Okay, so what was the need of hexadecimal number system? Beta, in decimal number system we have 0 to 9 digits. Okay, that means total 10. Okay, so in this, beta, what we have to do is that we have less number of combinations, because in computer we have scientific calculations also. Okay, we used to do so many things which require so much data processing. Okay, so to increase the number of combinations that we have for data processing, we required 16 digit format. Okay, but If we will include 11, 12, 13, then you may notice that 11 is a combination of 1 and 1 only. 12 is a combination of 1 and 2. So it is itself a decimal number. Then how can we extend this series, right? So what we decided was, like what we means, like the computer scientist decided was that 0 to 9 will be taken as it is. That is why its name is hexadecimal. So decimal will come as it is, and from 10 onwards, we are going to name it as 10 as A, 11 as B, 12 as C, and so on. Okay, so till F, we have A to F alphabets. Okay, so in hexadecimal, we have 16 digits, that is 0 to 9 digits, and A to F alphabets. Base of this number system is 16, and this number system is also known as hex. All right. Now we have to convert a hexadecimal number system into its corresponding decimal number system. All right. So suppose the number is 3b. Now, as I told you, b is what beta? 10 is A, 11 is B only, right? So we have to write its numerical value 11 into 16. Why 16? Because hexadecimal number system has its base as 16. So 16 raised to power 0 and 3 into 16 raised to power 1. Okay, then you have to add these values and so on. So the procedure is almost same for your octal and hexadecimal. It's not that complicated, right? So it's simple. You have to multiply the face value into its base raised to the power whatever is the position of that number uh, uh, into the whole number, right? So this was conversion of your hexadecimal into your equivalent decimal. Now let us understand how binary numbers are added, subtracted, multiplied and divided. Okay. So when you have to perform binary addition, you have to understand this table first. Okay. So this table is telling beta A and B are two set of values and then we are going to add these two. Let us see what happens here. When 0 is added to 0, even in our decimal number system also, we get 0 only. Okay, so 0 plus 1 means 1. Okay, 1 plus 0 is also 1, and 1 plus 1 is not 2 because this is not decimal number system, this is binary number system. So 1 plus 1 is 1 0. Okay, and 1 0 is 2 only beta in your decimal number system. If you will calculate this 1 0, no, then you will understand, and you can see directly also, like 0 multiplied by 2 raised to power 0, that is 0 only, and 1 multiplied by 2 raised to power 1, that is 2. Okay, so it means 2 only, but how we are going to represent as 1 and 0. All right, so let us see the example here. Supposedly you have to add 1 0 0 0 with 1 4 times 1. Okay, so here 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1 also, and then 1 plus 1 is 1 0. So what you have to learn here, that 1 is a carry here. Okay, that means it is going as a carry. So anytime you see a pair of 1, you have to carry forward 1 carry. All right, and then you have to add 0 to the remaining digits. All right, now you can see the carry concept here in the next example, as 5 times 1 is added to 1011. Okay, so as you see here, we have a pair of 1, right? So 1 carry has gone here and 0 came here. Supposedly it was a 3 digits that we are adding. So beta 0 will be added to the third number. All right. So next is, as a pair has came, so directly I'm going to put 1 carry forward, and then 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, now again a pair has came, so 1 carry will go, and then 0 plus 0 is 0. All right, now again a pair came, so 1 carry will go forward, and then 0 remainder here, 0 will be added to this one, so 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, and then this is again a pair, so you can write a carry here also, or you can directly write 1 0 because 1 and 1 is 1 0. Okay, so as soon as you see a pair of 1 vertically, you have to carry forward 1 carry, no matter how many ones are remaining in the series. Okay, and even if you have 4 1 in one series only, okay, like you have 4 times 1, then only 1 carry will go as a common. Okay, you will not increase the number of carries. Carry will go one only, and then answer will be 0. Or 4 times ones, you will always have answer 0 and one carry will go. All right, beta. So next we are going to learn binary subtraction. Now as we learned carry concept in your binary addition, we are going to learn borrow concept in your subtraction. Like 0 minus 0 is 0 only, 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, but 0 minus 1 is 1. Why? As I told you, see, I have written with the pencil also. Please see here that whatever from wherever you are going to carry this. Like if the number is, let us see this second example better. 1100, and you have to subtract 1 1 from this. All right. So as you can see here, just wait. Okay. So okay, beta. Suppose I am adding 1 1. Oh, sorry, we have to subtract, right? Triple one, triple zero, and 1. This is my number, and I am going to subtract 1 1 and suppose 1 triple one from it. Let me make it more complicated. Okay, now I'll be explaining you how this is going to happen. Okay, so 1 minus 1, as I'm subtracting, so it is going to be 0 only, right? Now here I have 0, so I have to borrow something, right? So when I'm going to borrow, what I'll do is this 1 will be borrowed where, see, I have changed the color so that you will come to know what is going on here. Okay, so this one is going to be borrowed here. Okay, and as I told you, it is going to be by default 2, because 2 is 10 only. Okay, just understand it like 2 only, then your numericals will be 100% accurate. Okay, like your answers will be accurate. So just understand a simple concept that I have taught you previously also. I'm repeating this. This one, when it will be borrowed, it will become 2. All the in between zeros will become 1. If there is no in between 0, then you have to leave this. Okay. But if there is any in between 0 and it is going to be 1, and this 1 will become 0. So this is the simple funda. Okay. That when this 1 is going to be borrowed here on this place, at that time it is going to become 2. All the in between zeros, no matter even 10 zeros are there in the in between. Okay, so all of them will become 1, and the one who is giving its 1 to another place, it will become 0, right? So what will be the answer now? Like 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 is beta 0. I'm sorry. All right, so 1 minus 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. This one will come as it is as 1. This is 0 already. Okay, and now 1 and 1 will come as it is. These two ones will come as it is. And how you can check this? You can add triple one into it. Okay, let me show you that also, how I'm going to add this. 1 1 1, because I have subtracted this only now, I should get the same answer. Now I'm going to add this. Okay, so 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1, as I told you, now you have got a pair. Okay, this is one pair beta. All right, so I'm going to put one carry over here, and then the answer will be 0 here. Okay, then again I have got a pair, because this is 1 plus 1 now. So one carry will go here, and it will 0 will come here. Okay, again a pair has came. Okay, so 1 will go here and 0 will come here. Now this is 0 and 1, so 1 will come here, and these two ones will be forwarded as it is. So is it same? As you can see here, it is just the same you are having here. Okay, so triple one, triple zero, 1. All right, so this is your borrow and carry concept that I wanted to teach. Now these two things will be carry forwarded in your multiplication also, beta. How? Like supposedly you want to multiply 1 1 into 1 0. Okay, 1 1 is multiplied by 1 0, so it is 0 0 only, 0 and then 0. Okay, then you put a cross here. Simple mathematics I'm following, beta. 1 into 1 is 1 and 1 into 1 is 1. Now you have to add, so it will be 0 only, it will be 1 and it will be 1. So the multiplication of 1 1 and 1 0 is 1 1 0. All right. And why I told you that this addition concept is going to be covered in this multiplication, because ultimately here in this part you are going to perform addition. All right. Now now see here, supposedly I am multiplying 3 times 1 into 2 times 1. Okay, a little bit more complex. So how I will do this, beta? So 1 1 and 1, then I'll put a multiplication sign, and then again I'm going to multiply it with triple 1. Okay, so now here I'm going to use this concept of carry. So this 1 1 will come as it is 1. Now as I have got this one of pair of 1, so I'll put one carry here, 0 will come here. Now here again this is a pair. Okay, so one carry will go here and the result is going to be 0 here, but now we have one more 1 here. Okay, so this 0 is going to be added with this one, so the answer will be 1, and 1 plus 1 is again 1 0. Or what you can write is, you can just make it as a pair again and then put a carry here, and then this carry will come here. Okay, but we don't require this because we know that it is last only. Okay, so the answer will be 10101. Now it must be clear that if you have 3 ones in a row, then first two will be taken as a pair, one will be shifted as a carry, 0 will be remainder, and this 0 will be added to the remaining 1. Okay, and supposedly if we have 4 ones in a series, okay, then these two one pair, these two will become one pair. Okay, and then one carry will be forwarded, its result is also 0, its result is also 0, so 0 is going to come here, right? So if you have even number of ones in vertical row, then you will have 0 only, and if you have odd number of ones in a particular column, then you will be having 1 as a result. Okay, so this was your multiplication. Now I'm going to teach you division. Okay, so beta, supposedly I have to divide 1 1 1, let us say 0, and see, let me tell you one thing, that supposedly I ask you to divide 9 by 2. Okay, so you know that every time you are going to get some remainder, it is not completely divisible. So the same case is with your binary numbers also, beta, that in binary numbers also there are some cases where it is not completely divisible. So if after again and again checking, you feel that your remainder is still like coming, then do not panic. It can be a case in binary numbers also. Always remember this 9 and 2 division. Okay, then you won't be like in panic situation. All right, suppose I have to uh, divide it with 1 1. Okay, so now here, so I have 4 ones, I'll just put 1 1 here, and then I'll have 0, and then here also I'll be having 0. Now this one will be carried here, but it is not divisible, so I have to put a 0 here, right? Then this 0 will go here, still it is not divisible because it is 1 1 and it is 1, it is smaller, so then again I have to put 1 0 over here, then this 1 will come here, then I can put 1 here. Okay, then 1 1 will come here. Okay, then 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 minus 1, it is not possible, so I'm going to borrow this, and it will become what? 2, right? As you know that. Okay, so and it will become 0, and there is no intermediate 0, so no 1. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is beta 1 0. Now as you know that it is smaller, it is never be divisible, so this will be your remainder. Okay, so you have to leave it here only without any problem. Okay, now supposedly I was dividing 4 times 1 with double 1. Okay, then 1, what I'll do is 0 0, right beta? Next this 1 will come, but it is not divisible, so I have to put a 0. After putting 0, I can take this one also, and now 101 and this 1 and I'll get 0 0 as a remainder. That means it is completely divisible. Now you can check also, if you are going to multiply these two terms, okay, these two terms, you should get this result only beta. So let us again multiply this 101 multiplied by 1 1. Please check this. Okay, so it will be 1 0 1 and then multiply 1. Okay, so this will be 0 and this will be 1. Okay, so now 1 and then this 1 and 1. So as you can see here also beta, these two terms are exactly same. Okay, this is 1 1 and 1 1 and this was the same term. Okay, so in this way you can check your binary arithmetic and everything can be checked as I told you, right? So thank you so much.